Good morning, dear students. We will discuss tense today. Tense is actually the heart of the language, because if you don't understand tense, you won't ever understand how the English language is to be used. As you know, in tense there are three kinds of tense: the present tense, the past tense, and the future tense. And here in your text, in Unit 6, the tense chapter appears, and here you will find three passages: passage A, passage B, and passage C. Passage A is a description written in the present tense. Let us read it. Naeem is a boy. He lives in Dhaka. He reads in a government high school. He is fond of pet animals. He has a cat. He loves it very much. You see, students, in this description about Naeem, every sentence is giving idea about how he is living his life in the present time. So therefore, it is written in the present tense. How would you understand that it is written in the present tense? One part of a speech in English language gives you the indication of the tense, that is verb. So the verb, this part of a speech is the most important thing to give you direction about when an action has taken place. Say, for example, Naeem is a boy. It means he is a boy now. In 2015, he is a boy. He lives in Dhaka, means he actually is living in Dhaka. So all these pieces of information describing Naeem are given in the simple present tense. Okay? Now let us look at passage B. And how the description goes, it is about Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was a farmer, but you also know that Muhammad Ali was a famous boxer, but he is not in the picture here. Muhammad Ali was a farmer. He had a lot of land. He grew different crops plentifully. He used to rise early. He was in good health. He worked very hard, but he lived a happy life. So you see, this description about Muhammad Ali is given in the past tense. How do we understand that it is written in the past tense? Just as I said, by looking at the formation of the verb. You see, in the first passage, passage A, Naeem was said, Naeem is a boy. But here it is said, Muhammad Ali was a farmer. So is in the present form, was is in the past form. So just by looking at these to be verbs, in passage A, it is, therefore it is in the present tense. In passage B, it is was, so therefore it is in the past tense. So the verbs therefore are really the most effective part of his speech to indicate the time of action. Because if the verb is not properly used, the meaning will be changed. For example, if you say, my father is a merchant, it means your father is a merchant today. But if you say, my father was a merchant, it means he was a merchant in the past. In this way, the differences between present tense and the past tense are basically centered around verbs. Now you see, the verbs are in the past tense in passage B. Was is a past tense verb. Had is a past tense verb, because in passage A you found he has a cat, Naeem has a cat, but here Muhammad Ali had a lot of land. So has is in the present form and had is in the past form. Has and had here are main verbs, meaning possession. When you possess something, you have something. He grew different crops plentifully. Grew is the past form of grow. Grow, grew, and then in the perfect tense you find grown. We will also come to that discussion where the regular verbs and the irregular verbs will be taken up. He used to rise early, but in the present form it will be he rises early. Just look at this difference between present tense and the past tense. For example, if you say he used to read a book, it means he did it in the past. maybe yesterday, maybe day before yesterday, maybe 1 week ago, maybe 1 month ago. So students, so far we have discussed the present tense and the past tense. We have also read a passage regarding future tense, which is about Nahid, and we said that Nahid will rise early in the morning, he will go to school. So here the verbs are telling us that the actions will take place not now, in future, maybe tomorrow, maybe 2 days after, maybe next week, it doesn't matter. So therefore, let us now go to the exercise where these 3 tenses have been given to you in the form of exercise. Let us see. Page number 33. Change the following as directed. Sentence A. He will visit our house. Which tense is this? Future tense, because will is there. Now can you change it to past tense? Will, what is the past form of the verb will? Would. So he would visit our house. It will give you the past tense. Now the second sentence, sentence B, the boy went to school. Now the direction says that you have to make it present tense. The boy went to school. You have to say the boy. What is the present form of the verb went? Go. But since the boy is in the third person singular number in the present tense, you have to say goes. The boy goes to school, then you can say every day. So present tense actually indicates regular habits, but past tense and future tense are particularizing actions. So the boy goes to school. Remember that whenever any singular subject comes in the third person in the present tense, then you have to remember go will become goes, run will become runs, write will become writes, certain other verbs will be like that. Then here Linda sang a song. Linda sang a song. It is in the past tense because sang is the past form of the verb sing. Sing, sang, sung. So Linda sang a song. It means Linda sang a song maybe yesterday. Okay? So you cannot say Linda sang a song now. No. But if you want to make it present tense, in the present tense, what will you do? You have to say Linda sings a song. Or if you want to use the continuous tense, Linda is singing a song. But here the instruction is to turn it into the future tense. How will you do it? Linda sang a song, turn it into future, you have to use will. Linda will sing a song. Now remember, when will, shall, these modal verbs are used, auxiliaries are used, then the principal verb will come in the normal spelling as you find in the dictionary. So Linda sang a song, sing becomes sang because it is in the past tense, but Linda will sing a song, will comes and therefore sang becomes sing. So you have to remember this. With all the auxiliaries, the principal verbs retain its dictionary spelling. Now the boys helped one another. Make it present tense. The boys helped one another. Helped is the past tense of the verb help. Now students, can you see the difference between the boy goes to school and here the subject is plural? What will you do? The boys, you will have to say the boys help one another. It should be help here because the boys is plural. So look at the difference between sentence B and sentence D again. In sentence B, you had to say the boy goes to school. But in sentence D, you have to say the boys help one another. Okay? So in this way, we have seen how the tense actually is reflected through the change in the form of the verb. Then Newton is a scientist. Okay? So you can change it in the past tense. Newton was a scientist. Now about Newton, you have to recognize another thing about tense. You see, Newton was a scientist. This is placing Newton in the age in which he was born. Okay? That is in the 17th century England. But if you want to generalize the reference to Newton, Einstein, then you have to say Newton is a scientist. Then you should not use the past tense, because Newton is a scientist takes on the universal dimension. When a universal statement is given in English, it has to be in the simple present form, like the sun rises in the east. Truth always prevails. All these are universal truths. So present tense therefore is effective not only to describe present action, but also to describe truths or statements which are always true. Okay, so then past tense is useful only to describe the past events. But again, we will in future discuss that sometimes the present form is also used for past action. That we will come later to discuss. Now here, there is a passage at the end of the chapter. Abdul Rahim grew vegetables. Abdul Rahim grew vegetables. If you turn it into the present form, it will be Abdul Rahim grows vegetables. If it takes the future tense, it will be Abdul Rahim will grow vegetables. So grew, this is the word, this is the verb on which the change of tense is taking place. So let us now refresh our understanding about tense. Tense is that where the verb indicates the time of the action. So therefore, in English, you cannot master the language without a good idea on tense. Thank you very much.